What's up? It's Jonah here with another video. Cold War Zombies is finally out and in these capable, sweaty gamer guy hands. And with that, I have a few things to say before I start making the challenge videos I have planned. And don't worry, I have a ton planned. First and foremost, do you remember that old DreamWorks movie Robots? Well, one meme from that movie that really hits the nail on the head for how gameplay works in this one? Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Although, in spirit, Zombies games have always been about upping your arsenal like your Ratchet and Clank. So, in this video, I'm gonna go over my impressions and some basic mechanics that the game has to offer. Before I get into talking too much about gameplay and its systems, I want to talk about the first thing everyone sees, the HUD. Now, in this game, and to my knowledge, the first time in Zombies you have a mini-map, which I was pretty disgruntled about at first, but to be completely honest, it's grown on me a lot. It's a godsend for finding things for the first time around the map, and on another positive note, it helps you see where the zombies are, so you no longer have to sit there and twiddle your thumbs waiting for the last few zombies to show up. You can go out and find them yourself, and the minimap will tell you right where they are. One of the first things I definitely noticed, and I'm sure a lot of people did, was that zombies have health bars now. Yep, that's right, health bars. Now, I really wanted to hate this feature. I really did. But if I'm being honest, it's really nice to see the damage you're doing. On top to the health bars, you also see damage number come out for each shot you put into a zombie. The health bar feature is awesome because you no longer have to guess how effective your weapon is. If you have a really good gun, it'll melt that bar like a popsicle in the summer sun. And if you're still using your starting weapon past round 10, you'll chip away at the zombie's health like you're using a pair of scissors to mow a lawn. But that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. The next and arguably biggest change that I saw a lot of people were worried about is your starting weapon. Gone are the days of spawning in with a pistol and knife, although you can still do that if you choose. Instead, you get to bring in your custom loadouts into Zombies, which admittedly sounds like a great way to ruin game progression, right? Well, Treyarch is smart and decided to look at how Battle Royale games have handled weapon progression, while still allowing tons of player choice. And this, of course, is a weapon tier system. So the weapon tier system in Cold War Zombies works like Battle Royale's weapon tier system. You start the game with the lowest rarity, and as you progress through the map, you can find weapons of green, blue, and purple throughout. There are also wall buys along with being in the box, and as the game goes on, like round 15, 20, 30, and so on, you'll get increasingly rare weapons out of the box. And the rarity also, besides just attachments that you get, it does increase damage as well. Now, it's important to mention that this tier system is completely different from Pack-a-Punch. You can Pack-a-Punch your gun up to 3 times, and man, do I have to say this is what I've been waiting for in Zombies for a long time. The initial cost of your weapon, to Pack-a-Punch it anyway, is 5k, just like normal. The next is 15k, and the last Pack-a-Punch upgrade is a whopping 30k. Now, the reason I've been waiting for this for such a long time is that now your weapons have longevity. In Black Ops 1, your papped guns would crap out at around 20, 25 or so. In Black Ops 3, it could be a little bit better because, you know, double tap, and technically they could go forever with the double Pack-a-Punch upgrades, but it still wasn't the same. And Black Ops 4 kind of ruined how Pack-a-Punch worked because you needed to do it 5 times, and each upgrade barely made a difference. Here, the upgrades make a huge difference. Anyway, it's important to know how the zombie health in this game caps out at a certain point, because I believe it's somewhere in like the 40s, and it caps out at, I believe, 30,001. So with that in mind, with a triple Pack-a-Punch gun costing 30k, it's easy to see that weapons can carry you to great heights in this game without feeling like you have to rely on a wonder weapon to get to high rounds like you did in Black Ops 1 and the other games. Although, I do have to say, the ray gun triple Pack-a-Punch will one-shot zombies even at like round infinity because of that zombie cap. And it's amazing. And it melts the boss zombies, no problem. Speaking of which, the game adds new boss zombies. So the big radioactive dude you see in the trailer is called a Megaton. And just like the evil dudes who wiped that city off the face of the earth in Fallout 3, you'll have fun beating down this guy. Now, once you clap the first form, this is where those splitter zombies from the trailer come in. The Megaton splits into 2 once killed, and these are called Megaton bombers. These guys, like the first Megaton, will throw these tracking little kind of orbs at you. They'll explode and cause all sorts of unpleasantness. It's just not a very fun thing to be around. So it's best to take them out ASAP, or they can really ruin your game. So yeah, they also added Plague Hounds in the game, which are just reskinned Hellhounds. So I mean, cool. So in my gameplay, and in other gameplay you may have seen, you'll see that zombies and boss zombies drop stuff upon death. This is equipment like stun grenades, tomahawks, armor, C4 stims, and others. The most important thing they drop, however, is salvage. There are two types of salvage. You have your common salvage and your high quality salvage, or rare salvage. You see the common, or you use the common to purchase equipment, and you use the rare salvage to purchase kill streaks and armor. And also you use that to upgrade your weapon tier. So from like green to blue and whatnot. And so armor in this game, I feel, is more important than Jug, and it also gets repaired with a carpenter, so it's good to know that you do that. There's 3 tiers to the armor. There's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, and there's kind of those little bars that you can see for the armor. So it's nice, and it's a cool way to replace the shield, and I actually really like it. So now on top of that, you also get perks, and these work for the most part like they did in World at War through Black Ops 3. The only difference is that the perks are permanently upgradable. Each perk has 3 tiers, and each one makes it just a little bit better. For instance, Speed Coal's first upgrade makes it so you swap weapons faster, and its ultimate upgrade, its tier 3 upgrade, gives you that 30% reload speed. And the Max Juggernog increases your health to 250 instead of just the 200 that you get from Jug normally in this game. So the offhand specialist type ability is pretty slick too. Aether Shroud acts as a personal zombie blood when you're in a pinch, and I mentioned upgrades, didn't I? Well, each one of these offhand abilities has upgrades as well. For instance, Aether Shroud can go from a duration of 5 seconds to 8 seconds once upgraded. So I mean, I know it's 3 seconds, but it really does make a difference when you're in a pinch and trying to get out of a tight situation. Another amazing thing that they brought into Cold War is an ammo cache, and this is kind of similar from World War II. So in World War II, when you upgraded your weapon, you could go back to the upgrade machine, and I think it was 5,000 or 4,500, something like that, and you could get ammo for it. Now for this one, you can get ammo for any weapon. So for instance, an unpack-a-punched weapon, I believe, is 250 no matter what. And then a pack-a-punched weapon is, I think, initially 2,500 for the first one, then, you know, half of each of that for the next one. So for instance, if it's fully pack-a-punched, it would cost you 15k to get the ammo, but also you have a 3-timed pack-a-punched weapon, so it's pretty dang good. So it's nice that you don't have to worry about running out of ammo for stuff like that. And the Wonder Weapon also kind of has like this suck ability, the Die Shockwave, so it allows you to kind of have infinite ammo with that, and it's really cool. So I mean, the new Wonder Weapon's cool, and there's 4 elemental upgrades for it that people have found, so I'm sure I'll make videos about that or talk about it, or a video where I use it or something like that. But yeah, now's a good time to talk about the point system in this game. It's actually really simple. You get 90 zombie essence, that's no longer called points by the way, for killing a zombie, 115 essence from a headshot kill, and 115 from a melee kill. You no longer get points for just shooting the zombies, but I mean, honestly, that's something I really don't mind, especially since they have a frequency of point drop power-ups, which are nice, and there's challenges to do where you can get points. With all that talked about, I want to give my opinion on the game so far. I love this iteration of zombies. It's fast-paced, exciting, engaging, and most importantly, fun. I've played a few matches now, and I gotta say that I'm just having a blast. I love how the difficulty comes from faster zombies and placement of their spawns / their pathing, instead of just their health getting higher and higher and them just having more and more zombies a wave. Because, like, if I want to be shooting at something for hours and hours, I would go play Destiny 2. The map itself is fairly easy to understand on a first playthrough, and with a super simple power and pack process, it's accessible to casual players. D.I.E Machina also blesses us with the greatest training spot in all of zombies. Seriously, the yard where you spawn may even be better than the bottom of the lighthouse from Call of the Dead. I'm super excited to play challenges on this map, and I can't wait to give the Easter egg a try, which, by the way, as of recording these lines, it already got solved. I think it took Noah and his squad about 2 hours, 40 minutes to beat it, and it just unlocked at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, so that's crazy. And like I said earlier, the D.I.E Shockwave, the wonder weapon of this map, is pretty cool. It kind of shoots like this little energy ball thing, kind of like the BFG from Doom, and it's cool. And another thing I'll say is that I love that they made the ray gun viable again. It's so cool. Black Ops 1 fans will love it. So I hope they add in PhD Flopper down the road. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to talk about one of the things I was the most excited for, and that's the Xfil feature. And I gotta say, I think it's really cool, but as of now, I feel like it's a little easy. What happens is you can radio for an Xfil every round 5, or every 5 rounds after round 10. Once you initiate it, you have to go to a certain area and kill a pretty large amount of zombies in a time limit. It's easy because they all kind of spawn in at once, so if you can keep yourself from getting cornered and you have a double-papped gun on round 20 like I did, you'll make short work of him. But overall, I think it's fun. The bonus rewards you get from the Xfil are extra Aetherian crystals, which is what you use as currency to upgrade things out of game permanently. So that's like your offhand specialist weapon, your double or pack-a-punch abilities, and also your there's like weapon kits and stuff you can upgrade too that give you small bonuses like 10% close quarters damage, 10% extra critical damage, and also, of course, your perks, how you upgrade your perks permanently. So, I mean, really, that's all I have to say for now. I can't wait to dig more into this game, find my more personal optimal loadouts. But if you want to know like what my personal optimal loadout so far is, it's that Spas 12 shotgun, Pack-a-Punch twice, and then pretty much whatever else weapon I have. I haven't really had the chance to play much with the Wonder Weapon or the Ray Gun yet, but what I've seen is ridiculous from them. So I'm sure if you can pull the ray gun from the box, you'll be golden. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. As always, leave a like, remember to subscribe if you aren't already, and leave a comment to let me know what you're the most excited about for Cold War Zombies. And as always, have a great day.